That play by Greg Ward helped the Houston Cougars make a dramatic come-from-behind win at the Armed Forces Bowl, and it put the former John Tyler line on the map to be the Cougs' future quarterback. And the preseason for football is just weeks away. East Texas and the city of Houston can't wait to see what Greg Ward can do this fall. Joining us now live at the desk is our sports reporter, Jeff Schaefer. And, Jeff, I know you put a lot of work in this. You did a great job here, but I think what people need to realize first, Greg, not recruited by many at all to play quarterback.
Yeah, and it's shocking, really, when you consider what he did at John Tyler. He did play multiple positions for the Lions, but, I mean, he was JT's starting QB for 2 seasons. He was an all-state quarterback when he was at John Tyler. And Eric, you know, and you know this too, the folks at JT, they always talk about Cujo, never quit, never die, and even the recruiters didn't view Greg as a quarterback coming out of high school. He never quit on the position.
Someone was looking at me as DB and someone was looking at me as receiver. I didn't really have any quarterback offers. I was just happy that I got to Houston and they gave me a shot.
Even when Ward first committed to the Cougars, he did so as a defensive back. He played receiver and even returned punts for Houston, and says playing college ball took some getting used to.
It was just the speed of the game and knowing the coverages and things like that. So it was like pre-snap decisions. So it was just fast.
John Tyler football coach Rickland Holmes coached Greg in high school and says it did not surprise him that Ward wasn't recruited as a QB, but that he knew Greg could excel as a college signal caller if given the chance.
When he was in high school, I just saw an immaculate athlete, you know, when he first started playing his sophomore year. But then, you know, as he went into his junior year and he became our starting quarterback, I realized that this kid can really be a quarterback at the next level. With his ability, with his know-how, with his savvy, with his maturity level, his presence in the pocket, he's a real quarterback. The way the recruiting game is going now, I think they recruit more about size, the eye candy test. You know, they want to make sure they pass that test, and kids like Greg are not going to look like your prototypical quarterback.
Despite his size, Ward proved he can be a successful college quarterback last season. Starting in Houston's final 8 games, he led the Cougs to 6 wins, including a dramatic comeback against Pitt in the Armed Forces Bowl. Ward has become one of a slew of former JT Lions to not only play Division I football, but excel doing so.
And first and foremost, important thing to me is that they get their education. Now, when I turn on the TV and I see them flash across the screen on ESPN and stuff like that, and their name pops out there, and it attaches John Tyler to it, that's a big deal. It sheds a greater light on the population of John Tyler, the city of Tyler, Texas.
It means a lot to me, coming from John Tyler, playing at Division I football team, and possibly being a starting quarterback. It means a lot because it wasn't many that have done that before. But it's more to be done than just that. The sky's the limit right now, so we're just ready to see what else I can do.
So we did get a glimpse last season of what Ward can do as a college QB. Kind of looked like when he ran John Tyler's offense in high school.
He was one of my favorite all-time guys on Friday nights. It was just, I mean, record-setting every single Friday. Now, you mentioned how when he got there as a receiver, they wanted to be a corner. He did some punt returning. Yeah. Now that he basically got thrown into the quarterback and did so well, he's had a full year now practicing that spot.
And that's what he mentioned before last season, last season when he was getting ready to start. He basically had a week to prepare as a quarterback. He didn't play quarterback last summer, last spring, but this year he is.
All right, part 2 coming up at 6:45. The Houston head coaches, what are they saying about him right now?
There's a new head man in charge. Tom Herman is the new Houston head coach, and we did catch up with him when he was in Kilgore. He's got some stuff that he's wanting Greg to work on this offseason. We'll dive into how Greg's preparing for training camp.
Even brings in Greg's mom to start doing something.
Does.
We'll leave that right there. All right, great job, Jeff. Of course, part 2 coming up at 6:45.